Hello there, and welcome to Lowdown. I'm your host, Tanner Martin, and I'll be guiding you through the sea of hit tunes and pop culture that we've got in store for you this episode. First, we've got some music videos for your enjoyment, shot by members of the Lowdown crew of some of the bands of the local scene. These feature bands such as Post Saga and Blue Radio, so be sure to strap in for some more alternative takes and listen to these sweet pop tunes. Without further ado, let's let them roll.
Take me to the place where the pine trees sing. I don't think you give a damn. Something in her eyes has been possessing me. I think I could take your hand. Listen to the serenade swaying trees. You should let me have this dance. Love will turn you inside out, turn you back around, and we can do it again. Shells that wash up on the shore, the waves will catch them flat and they'll turn into sand. I don't think you know what you do to me. I don't think you know what you do to me. I don't think you know what you do to me. I want you to know about what you do to me. Take me to the place where the pine trees sing. You know how to make it hurt. Take me to the place where the pine trees sing. I think it's time to get to work. Love, it isn't all the same. I wanna kiss you right on the tip of your nose. But it's kinda like a wave, but I can feel the storm from my ears to my toe. Oh, I said I don't think you know what you do to me. I don't think you know what you do to me. I don't think you know what you do to me. I want you to know that what you do to me. I want you to know. Turn you inside out, turn you back around, and we can do it again. Shells that wash up on the shore, the waves will crash and flat, and they'll turn into sand. Love, it isn't all the same. I wanna kiss you right on the tip of your nose. But it's kinda like a wave, you're whipping up a storm from my ears to my toe. I said, and I don't think you know what you did to me. I don't think you know what you did to me. I don't think you know what you did to me. I want you to know what you did to me.
Hope you enjoyed those tunes. There's just a few grooves from around here, and we'll be back with some more later on. But first, we'll be right back after these messages. Hello, and welcome back to Lowdown. Our next feature is going to be just from a little north of here, featuring Mark Haas. Mark is an independent filmmaker from Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio, and has his own really unique style when it comes to making films. Let's check him out.
Yeah, so my name's Mark Haas. I write and direct short films. So after I had actually during last summer, it was my last semester of graduate school in architecture, and my professor, John Yoder, had combined a studio class with architecture and film, and usually our studio classes are more architecture based than they are film based. But that's kind of where I transition to what I'm doing now. So the first project we can look at is a project called Cyborg Pets, which was kind of my first entry into filmmaking, but in the animation setting. And then further down that path, as I'd mentioned, that when I really transitioned from architecture to film, my professor, John Yoder, had offered the class my final semester at Kent State that combined architecture theory and film theory. And out of that, we had to produce a 2-minute silent short film. And then after the class, I'd worked with him, and we had come up with a 5-minute short film that was more narrative, and that was Lake Carcery Uncanny, that I had shot with Peter, and Peter Shand. He was the actor and sound designer for the film. And Lake Carcery Uncanny is about a person that lives and works underground and mindlessly powers a machine for the city above. We kind of contained it in almost like this Fritz Lang metropolis type world. And just to be interpreted more literally in that way, that he's an underground worker that's debating on whether escape is the best thing for him or if he should continue his life of monotony. Not too long before that, because I remember Parasite came out not too long before the pandemic, maybe a few months beforehand. So when I had seen that, I was definitely inspired by that movie. And when I started making like Carcery Uncanny or writing it, at the time I was also inspired by Fritz Lang's Metropolis. So it was like, how can I combine these two inspirations? And the story is very closely related to Metropolis, but the setting, and I think the way we lit the scene was more akin to how Parasite was shot in those basement scenes. Yeah, I think just the background that I have with architecture is made me think about, or kind of shape that film for sure, and the next film with A Night Alone with Mr. Pembroke. But how space itself can define someone's living conditions, or can affect their can affect their psyche. Yeah, so we, the few festivals we got into, one of them was the International Horror Hotel Film Festival in Cleveland. And we had entered it in the shorts category for suspense and thrillers. As I was transitioning to film, I did as much as I could to, research who's the best filmmakers or directors to study, and why should I be studying them, and what should I be studying? And a common one was Akira Kurosawa. We had talked about Parasite earlier. Bong Joon-ho is a huge influence on me at the moment. And then lastly, I would say Wes Anderson. So a lot of these are more technical inspirations. Like I said, at that time I was into murder mystery crime thrillers and that niche or that genre. So, that led me to discover Memories of Murder. But I think it's just a matter of taking what you like and just applying it to film. Yeah, I have an Instagram where I'll post some updates on some films or some film stills on my page. It's just Mark_Haas4. But then I also have a website, and as well as a Vimeo page where you guys can find some more of my work. The website is marc-haas.com. So marc-haas.com. And then the Vimeo page is just my name, Mark Haas. So I think it's, right now, this advice geared toward people who are starting off: use your resources and just go out and make things. Just go at it as hard as you can, and you're only going to get better the more you do.
It's always great to see the creative mind being used in different ways when it comes to filmmaking. Don't go anywhere. Lowdown will be right back right after this commercial break. Welcome back to Lowdown. For our last segment today, we have another music video shot by the Lowdown crew. This will be our last video for today, so please enjoy this music featuring Sam Kerfman with his song, Gone with Much to Tell.
Whenever you're ready. I woke up in a hotel room in West Virginia. Memorial Day was a week ago this morning. And I know you gotta find your friends. You're hanging on a dream still not sure you had. 4 days ago I wanna spread my arms around the world. The way it feels, it almost works. I'm trying to wrap my mind around you, girl, like no one else ever. I'm already gone, lots to tell. But will it change and could it help? I know you lied and laughed and loved, but so did I, and that's enough. So let go. Know the words that they're right on my grave. Whiskey and women, here lies a poor slave. When they lay me in the ground, I'll get up and blot the words out. Maybe then I'll get some restful sleep. Maybe I wanna spread my arms around the world. The way it feels, it almost works. I'm trying to wrap my mind around you, girl, like no one else ever. I'm already gone with lots to tell. But will it change and could it help? I know you lied and laughed and loved, and so did I, and that's enough. So let go. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. I didn't know those were the good times. La la la, la 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 la. Those were the good times. I touch you once, touch you twice. I won't let go at any price. I need you now, like I needed you then. Always said we'd still be friends, but I touch you once, touch you twice. Won't let go at any price. But you now, like we needed you then. I always said we'd still be friends. Those were the good times.
That was Sam Kerfman with his song, Gone with Much to Tell. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back after this. We're back on Lowdown. For closing this episode, I would like to take the opportunity to thank all of those who are responsible for helping make this format change possible, from the Lowdown team, other ZTV members, and the station manager. This gives us the opportunity to bring you all much more variety content to you all in the near future, with some special in-studio produced content coming your way soon. The beat's moving and we're grooving. I'm Tanner Martin, and this is Lowdown. Good night.
This program was produced by ZTV at the University of Akron. Do you want to gain experience in video production, professional social media, or working with real clients? Visit the UA School of Communications online or follow us on social media to learn more. ZTV, make media, make a difference.